Global markets are holding their breath ahead of a packed earnings week, while bond traders continue to price in a U.S. rate cut by September. In Asia, trade tensions are rising and commodity markets are reacting quickly to political drama and climate shocks. Here's today's zoom out for June 30, 2025, where I help you see the bigger picture. Heavy monsoon rains have flooded large parts of eastern India, damaging key rice growing regions. In response, India, the world's largest rice exporter, has temporarily banned non-basmati rice exports to stabilize local prices, according to Bloomberg. Global rice futures jumped 7% overnight, with ripple effects on food imports dependent nations in Africa and Southeast Asia. The price surge could also fuel inflationary pressures in developing countries. So what's your zoom out takeaway? When a climate shock hits the world's top rice exporter, it doesn't just impact farmers in India. It tightens supplies for millions from West Africa to Southeast Asia. Global food security now hinges on local weather. Widespread protests over Kenya's proposed tax hikes have forced the government to withdraw the finance bill. But the move has spooked investors, with the Nairobi Securities Exchange seeing its worst day in 18 months, according to Reuters. The Kenyan shilling dropped 2% against the dollar, and foreign investors are reassessing risk exposure in East Africa's largest economy. The political uncertainty could also delay IMF-backed reforms. So what's your zoom out takeaway? Kenya's unrest shows that fiscal reform isn't just about economics, it's about trust. And when trust breaks down, it sends risk signals far beyond one border, affecting aid flows, investor decisions, and neighboring economies. Samsung Electronics warned today that despite surging demand for AI chips, the memory chip market is entering an oversupply cycle due to aggressive production. Shares fell 3% on the news, according to Nikkei Asia. Tech stocks across Asia dipped, and analysts expect price drops in DRAM and NAND chips in Q3, hurting margins but benefiting buyers like phone and personal computer makers. So what's your zoom out takeaway? The AI boom may be real, but tech cycles still obey old rules. When too much is produced, prices fall. This is a reminder that even breakthrough sectors are vulnerable to overshooting, dragging down margins and markets alike. After a 2-month suspension due to a foot and mouth disease scare, Argentina has resumed beef exports to China, its biggest customer, according to the Financial Times. The Chinese yuan-denominated futures market ticked up on reopening news, while South American logistics firms expect a near-term shipping surge. So what's your zoom out takeaway? When Argentina reopens its beef exports to China, it doesn't just lift local farmers, it restarts cold supply chains, boosts South American port traffic, and feeds Chinese demand just as pork prices are rising. In global trade, one diplomatic yes can reset an entire market's direction. So the bottom line is this: floods, protests, supply gluts, and export green lights, each a reminder that global economics runs on more than just numbers. It runs on weather, willpower, risk, trust, and timing. When the world zooms in on the noise, I zoom out so you can see the bigger picture. Which of today's stories hits hardest for you? Drop your take in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. My name is Eniola Lunge and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.